Hi, Victor here, live from San Diego. About to go into the review video for um, Ginsberg's class about the writing unit. Okay, so there's a couple things that really stood out to me during this whole research and reading of the writing unit, and one of them was obviously the drafting process. Um, in other words, writers need to practice writing as much as they can. And that's the only way that they're going to get better. In Burke's chapter 4, he says, don't censor any possibilities, just write them down. And Anderson's chapter 1, he emphasizes the importance of going through the motions. In other words, just sitting down and practice writing, getting used to the feeling of writing. In Jago's cohesive writing, she says, inertia rather than indolence keeps that page blank. In other words, students' insecurities and belief in and doubt in themselves, keeps them from writing, and that's the hardest part. Is just starting. And Gallagher says that players need to do lots of playing before they can play well, and he uses this example of basketball players to relate to writers. In other words, writers need to write a lot and before they're able to write well. Okay, and the other thing, oh yeah, drafting and brainstorming. This goes with the whole writing and going through the motions. So there's a few things you can implement in your lessons. Journals is one of them. You have students, because students will have a place to keep all their ideas. Free writes help students generate and convey ideas in an unthreatening way because they know that they won't be graded on it. Mind maps help students connect ideas. Empower writing gives students a set time to write as fast as they can and as much as they can, just to once again get those ideas out on paper. And this is the other thing that stood out to me while reading, is that teachers must this is vital, that they must model the process of writing, because students are so insecure about their writing and they're afraid of putting something out there that's not perfect. We as teachers have to explain to students that writing is a process. In Anderson's prologue, he explains that there is no single process, but an exploration that constructs meaning. And yes, there's a drafting process and this and that, but throughout the whole process of constructing a paper, students are constantly generating ideas, and they might have to go back to the pre-writing stage or the drafting stage in order to insert new ideas. In Burke's chapter 4, he explains that everyone agrees that there is a process, but gathering and generating ideas happens throughout the composing process. In Gallagher's chapter 1, he explains that teenage writers need teachers who model good writing. And modeling the process. Gallagher's chapter 3, he says, get rid of students' doubts by revealing your own while composing in front of them. And he uses this idea of the Grecian urn. Instead of showing them the finished product, this Grecian urn, this beautiful thing, that intimidates students because they don't see the whole process behind constructing that. And he says the value is showing the students the constructing of that Grecian urn, the whole writing process from drafting to generating ideas, brainstorming, the first draft to revising, and up until you get that finished product. And then Murray, he explains, teach writing as a process, not a product. So once again, he emphasized the importance of going through the motions, brainstorming, revising to get to that finished product. And there you go. That's my review of this writing unit.